Have you moved to Colorado Springs and regretted your decision? Hey there, it's Karie McLean with Karie McLean Homes at eXp Realty, and I am your Colorado Springs lifestyle expert. If you're wondering if people have moved here and regretted it, you will want to stick around. Listen up. People are moving here left and right. US News has talked about how we're ranked in the top 10 best places to live, number 6 actually, but we've been on the list for a number of years now, and also number 86 as best places to retire. Our cost of living is reasonable compared to other parts of the country, and we have the best outdoor activities, right? And now, after you moved here, you regret your decision? Well, you're not alone. I've heard this from a couple of people lately, and I want to take that on head first. I actually talked to a client of mine who was considering moving from Texas just last week. They absolutely love the outdoors, and they are avid in running and biking. In doing their due diligence, they spoke with other friends who moved to Colorado, and guess what? They moved back to Texas. Why? Well, because in the winter we get snow, and sometimes that means you can't take your bike out that day, or you can, but it's going to be really stinking cold. So I want to talk about why people are moving here and why people may choose to live somewhere else. So let's dive into the cons very quickly. People are moving here after the pandemic because they're fleeing from the big cities. But here's what they need to know. While it is somewhat an affordable place to live, and that's all in comparison, right? If you're coming from California, this could be a really affordable place to live. But our prices are on the rise, and the average price point here in Colorado Springs is hovering around $500,000. If you want trees and an acre of land, you should definitely expect to spend closer to $1 million or more. And like everywhere, there is a housing shortage. I'm a realtor and I'm supposed to be selling our area, right? Well, I am. I absolutely love it here, but there are some things that you should know. Another thing I hear often is how horrible the food in Colorado Springs is. We do have a lot of big chains here. Actually, a lot of big chains. But in fact, I know that we have some amazing small restaurants around town that are not chains. They are locally owned, and you will find some divine food options there. If you aren't quite sure where to go in our city, it can be overwhelming, and as you go up and down some of our major throughways, you will see just about all of the big chain restaurants. So we have some amazing restaurants in our area, but it might take some hunting and pecking to find them, especially if you are new here. We aren't really known for a particular type of food, and so you may not hear about Colorado barbecue. I mean, I'm from Kansas City, and let's be honest, the barbecue in Colorado doesn't compare. But we do have some very famous places that you've heard about on the Food Channel, and they can be found on multiple corners of our city. And if you're a foodie, maybe that's something that disappoints you. But what you need to remember are there is some very great spots to eat in our city, and I hear that from my clients often. Colorado Springs doesn't have a ton of industry. It used to be a huge tech town, and we had Hewlett-Packard and Intel, but that has changed over the years. We do have some new things coming, like a huge Amazon distribution center. Most people that are moving here have the ability to telecommute from their jobs. So if you're moving from another state and you're looking for a particular type of job, you should definitely scout that out before you're on your way. The weather in Colorado is absolutely amazing in the summer, and we get some really nice days in the winter, but it does snow here. Sometimes it snows a lot. And the craziest thing to get used to is that spring is our busiest months for snow. And I mean, we can get a ton. Last year we got a huge snowstorm on Memorial Day, and it was really tough on our trees and our plants. Y'all listen, in Colorado, it ain't always about April showers unless it's snow showers. Another thing I hear about a con of living in Colorado is how few lakes we have here. And that is true. Being from the Midwest, lakes were very plentiful. But lakes here are more like ponds where I came from, with the exception of Pueblo Reservoir. And oftentimes they are used for drinking water at a later time. So you and your dogs can't swim in them. So if you're looking for a boating state, this is not the best place to choose. Overall, Colorado Springs is an amazing city to live in, and there is an amazing quality of life as far as being into outdoor activities or families. We've got some great schools in town and a lot of wonderful military bases here. So we kind of have a revolving door of people that are moving in and out of Colorado Springs. But there are a few things, and I hope you found this video helpful, that you could regret if you're coming from another state that doesn't support what you like to do. Hey, listen, if I can help with anything real estate related, please reach out. Click down and hit that subscribe button. We talk all things real estate and pros and cons of our city right here on this channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time.